Hi, I'm with the Pickerington Public Library Youth Services Department, and today we are going to make some solar ovens together out of pizza boxes. So here we have a finished solar oven out of a pizza box. You'll be picking up the kits in our grab and goes this week. The materials are a pizza box. It'll come to you flat, maybe a little bit bent to get fitted in the bags. And then some black paper, you'll have some foil, and you'll have a dowel to hold it all together. Do you see this dowel here? It takes a little while to get this together, so I'm not gonna do it live for you, but I will give you a quick overview of how this is done. The first thing, obviously, that you're gonna do is fold this pizza box. All these perforated lines that you have here, that just means to bend it in. So go ahead and take a second and bend it in. I'm just gonna go ahead and pause while I get that done. Okay, and then once it's all bended up, the only things are, make sure things are bent inside. And then this front part where the dot is, you're gonna pull it over the top and back in. And there's little snappy holes at the bottom that they're gonna snap into. There you go. If you do it just right, they'll snap right in, okay? So then you'll have a pizza box. It's a little mini one, but you have a pizza box. Okay, so as you can see on our example, the pizza box, I'm going to take the dowel out. Pizza box itself is here. And then at the top, what we do is we cut out an extra flap off the top. So what you're going to need to do is cut an extra flap out of the top. How do you do that? You're going to measure in on the top of this box. So you're only going to cut in 3 sides. The side that's connected, you're not going to cut, okay? So you're going to measure in here, on this side, and on this side. About 2 centimeters is fine. So you just get a rule and you measure 2 centimeters, 2 centimeters, 2 centimeters, measure in, and you're going to draw some lines. So you'll have the lines coming down this way, a line this way, a line this way, kind of connect your dots. I like to just measure in 2 centimeters, you know, quite a few times around, and then just connect with the ruler, draw a line, a line, a line, okay? Nothing back here. You're gonna have just kind of like a very blocky U or something, okay? And then the hardest part is if using scissors. I sometimes just poke my scissors through and then cut it out. This might require a parent for you, depending on your age. Older people use box cutters sometimes, but those are super dangerous. So make sure you have a parent with you for this part, okay? So after you do that, what's gonna happen to your lid, because if I keep it down, see, this is the lid of the box on the finished one, but what happens is it pops up, okay? I used my ruler to kind of bend and pop it up. So at the end, I didn't do it all the way. My block U that I cut out, I didn't cut it all the way back to the edge. It's still 2 centimeters back. So if you were gonna look at the top, I did like a square on the top. You see that? Okay, if there's any questions about that, maybe ask your parent. But I did a 2 centimeter in box, but only cut on these edges that aren't connected, not on the back side, okay? Now you have a flap, all right? So you can have a flap. Now on that flap, you can see the next step we did was use some of our sheets of foil, and I covered the inside with foil. You want to get that foil really, really flat. You're going to have 2 sheets of foil in your box. Put a sheet really flat against there, kind of centered as much as you can, and then fold it over, and tape on the back, okay? Tape your foil on the back. Okay, once it's taped on the back, I used some black paper. I cut it out and just kind of taped it down a little bit more secure. It's okay to tape it down onto the white box a little bit too, okay? But try not to loop the tape onto the front side because we want this nice and shiny, okay? This foil too, when you tape it on, make sure the shiniest part is out. If you look at your foil, let me grab it for you. This foil has a really shiny side and a kind of more blank side. Like this one's really shiny, okay? So pay attention to that. Flatten it out, really, really flat, okay? Really flat. Then put it on the lid, fold it around, tape it on, make sure it's on the shiny side, okay? Now the hardest part for me was this next step was getting this plastic wrap on here. Now there's no plastic wrap in your kit. We feel like most of you guys will have some sort of plastic wrap at home. So see if you can find some sort of plastic wrap at home, or if you don't have that, maybe some big Ziplocs you could cut up, or find something plasticky, plastic bag from the bread when it's done. But use that to kind of cover the top of here, okay? I'm gonna go across. So this is not the lid. Once the lid is open, you're gonna cover this part of the box because we had to open this and use it, right? So you're gonna cover this with plastic wrap. I covered the top with plastic wrap and taped it down a lot. Tape really good because you're gonna trap in. I should ask you, why do you think we're gonna trap in why do we have to seal off really good? What are we trying to trap in? If we're making a solar oven, trapping in that sun and heat, right? So the more we can tape it in and trap in the sun, the faster that heat inside our oven's gonna rise. I also taped another piece of plastic on the inside, just to kind of doubly make sure. So getting that kind of flat and cutting plastic wrap is kind of annoying to cut. So if you can use the cutter on your plastic wrap, be careful with that as well. It's pretty sharp. So on the inside or on the outside, I did 2 pieces. And then you're gonna have this situation. It takes some time, but you guys can do it. And then it's pretty cool, okay? So let's put that part off. Now you have the base of your pizza box to worry about. It's pretty easy too. So the other piece of foil, you're gonna just lay in the bottom. Make sure you go down this side, across, and up the other side. Do you see how I did that? Again, making sure it's really flat. I taped it up here on either side. I taped it across here and back here. You could put a bunch of glue on the bottom, just really thinly, and just put your foil in, whatever you think works best for you. Just make sure it's secured to the bottom and it's not gonna flop around. Then you wanna put some black paper on there. Why do you think you're putting black paper on top of the foil? The foil is supposed to get it hot in there, right? And attract some light. So what do you think black's for? I hope someone said because black attracts light, okay? So if we're gonna put this out in the sun, which is the point, this is gonna draw that sun into the box, okay? We have the clear plastic wrap for the sun to go through, and it's gonna see that black and go straight to it, okay? And this foil is gonna heat up, so we're creating this perfect little oven, okay? Once you have this, and the lid is on with plastic wrap, and you have this dowel in here, it can kind of just, let me tilt you down. This dowel can kind of just go inside the box a little bit like that. And then what I did is just kind of cut a tiny little hole with my scissors in there. However you think works. This is the angle I have for now, but as we go out into the sun, I might, if the sun's shining differently, I might tilt it back to get the sun to bounce off. I might need it a little lower to get the sun, and I might turn my stuff just weak. And we're gonna catch the sun just perfect. I'm gonna go outside and try that out. And we'll give you some results. But this is how you make a solar oven. We cannot wait to see your results and see what you guys made. Let us know and tag us on social media. We really, really love to see how these projects turn out for you guys. Okay, so here we are. We just put our tortilla in, and I just put some cheese on top, and we're gonna seal this up. All right, and then we're gonna put our little dowel in. And see how my shadow, you can see the shadow facing the box here. So we know the sun's coming right down. And this table has a little lip on it, so I'm kind of putting it on the lip a little even so that the sun's coming directly into this. So we're gonna let that sit there. We're gonna check on it occasionally and see how we're doing. We just got normal cheese right now. We're gonna watch it melt. Okay, this is looking amazing. Really didn't take long at all. I'm gonna open it up. Wow, it is warm in there. You can just feel the warmth. So I'm gonna take another tortilla. You could just roll up and make a cheese roll up. I'm gonna throw this on top. Make a quesadilla. Look at that. So I got a quesadilla. You could put the other tortilla on when you make it and let it, but the cheese inside would take longer. So this is a much faster way. So, oh, that is so warm. I cannot believe how warm that is. Well,
It's good and it's melted. We can't wait to see what kind of foods you guys choose to do. So tag us on social media and we will see you guys again with our next steam project really soon.